Watch. Kevin O'Leary drops brutal reality check on Kamala and the Dems about why they lost the election. It's several reasons. I think one of the main reasons is uh, inflation, open border, and wokeism. That's what destroyed the Democrats. And I think, quite frankly, it destroyed the Democrat Party. There's no coming back from this unless they get rid of all the wokesters, race hustlers, uh, crazy progressives. I don't really see the Democrat Party ever recovering from this. So we're gonna play the clip. We're gonna talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from Nick Aroma from Red State. He reports that Democrats and the liberal media seem largely shell shocked and mystified as to why Kamala Harris lost the presidential election. Her campaign chair, Jen O'Malley Dillon, went on Pod Save America and tried to gaslight Americans about the reasons. She didn't seem to take any responsibility or accountability for the failures and blame other things like the media not working enough time, not the media not having enough time to go over shows like uh, Joe Rogan's podcast when she was actually in Texas, where she could have went to Joe Rogan, but decided not to. So I mean, it's just excuse after excuse. Instead of looking within themselves for the problem, they're blaming everything else. But Kamala Harris similarly didn't seem to take any responsibility, patting herself on the back for the campaign they ran in a call with grassroots supporters and sounding like she was doing a group therapy session, telling them that they can't take your power, even as she just lost any power that she had come January 20th. She still doesn't seem to get why she lost and why she lost, and says she keeps her options open. There's even talks of Hillary Clinton running for 2028. It's like they will never learn. They will never learn. But Shark Tank's O'Leary didn't hold back on the reasons Harris lost when he was on CNN Newsnight with Abby Phillip. He said, "quote uh, he said they basically blew it when they refused to do a proper process to nominate a candidate rather than just falling back on Harris so she could have access to Biden campaign money they'd taken in." And I agree with that. Let's play the clip here. Here we go.
Said at the
The
beginning
root
that she
of
should have
this
done more.
mistake actually came very early on. They didn't run a process. They made an excuse of $317 million in the kitty. They kept the same campaign manager and said, we will anoint this faulted, broken candidate who was inconsequential in her vice presidency, lost in 2019, as you detailed, complete loser in 2020, never could articulate anything,
Hmm.
had no compassion for people.
Nope.
And her own advocates, let's not forget this. I remember the minute this happened, I was in Europe. She went on to The View. All those women wanted her to win. They threw her a softball. They threw her a second softball. She was so weak as a candidate, she couldn't even answer that she would do something different. It ricocheted around the world. She was finished.
Well, let me
They
go.
will never do that again.
Facts, facts, facts. He was absolutely right about that. I think they all contributed to her loss. Absolutely. Um, he was right about that being a turning point. Everybody talked about it. He was right. He said he heard about it in Europe. The whole world saw that. Gave her a softball question and say, "What would you do differently?" All you had to do was say, "We'll do better at handling the economy" or something. But she couldn't say that because then she would admit that Biden and her administration was a failure. But she was already flailing, but that was the moment that truly did her in, and it was courtesy of her buddies at the View, and specifically Sonny Holston. I don't know if I agree that they will never do that again. That will require them to learn facts. They didn't learn when they put up an incredibly flawed candidate Hillary Clinton in 2016, and ran the same playbook with Kamala Harris, even seemingly to copy some of the things that Hillary did. Again, and Hillary's talking about possibly running again in 2028, which I would love. Bring back Hillary Clinton or bring back Kamala Harris. Bring back two failures. That would be awesome. But they didn't learn when they engineered things to help her and box out Bernie Sanders. They didn't learn in 2024 when initially they put up Joe Biden. Never underestimate the ability to make horrible choices. They've shown they have a talent for it. Um, this said O'Leary said he was struck by how only 90 days ago Nancy Pelosi went to Biden and said, "You need to step aside," and convinced him to do so. He made the decision, and he did actually ask her. And we've now learned this is she's the right person to drive this home. He questioned that. He could have said, "We need to run a process in order for me to make this move," but they decided not to. I don't know who this is. Was it Barack Obama? Was it Pelosi? I don't care who it was. I'm sorry. So that was coming from O'Leary. I guess that's the rest of the statement that he made. But um, I think it was Joe Biden's decision to run Harris. I think it was a fu to Pelosi and Barack Obama that was pushing him out of office, and he knew that Kamala Harris was a failure because he'd been working with her for the past 4 years. He knew she couldn't. Every task that he'd given her, she failed at. He knew she was going to fail running for president of the United States. That's what I think really happened. It was a fu to the Democratic establishment from Joe and Jill Biden. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.